welcome to my channel. I don't post a whole lot on here, but I'm gonna try to start doing a little bit more. So before we get into anything, if you wanted to just subscribe, maybe hit the notification bell so that when I do post more, you don't miss out. That would be a huge, awesome help. So I recently released a song and a music video. I'll pop the card up somewhere here so you can check that out if you haven't. And I asked on my Instagram for you guys to ask me questions, anything about the recording, about the music video, and now I'm gonna answer them. So actually I need to get my phone. Okay, so I had a couple of questions asking about my beautiful co-star in the music video, the lobster. So a few of you asked for the name of the lobster. So actually there were a couple of different lobsters in the music video. Lobster body doubles, if you will. Not very creative of us, but we actually named the main lobster, the one that's in the beach scenes. We named him Saint after the song. And now he also shares a name with Kim Kardashian's child. So the lobster that's in the tank, like when it's me close up with the tank, that lobster is CGI, which I'm just like blown away that was even possible, but that was Joaquin Peppercorn did that. The lobster that I'm holding in the grocery store, I'll show a clip. So that one was just in the tank at the grocery store, and we were taking some shots like outside of the tank, and someone that worked there like asked if I wanted to hold it, and so he pulled it out, and that's how we got that like kind of lucky shot of me holding the lobster. So I hope that that lobster is okay somewhere, but it's probably not. So someone asked what happened to the lobster in real life after starring in your music video. And we actually did release the main lobster, the one we named Saint. We released it back into the ocean. We made sure to research that he could be released into the water that we released him into. And so I'm hopeful that he's out there enjoying his best lobster life. So someone asked how I found the director for the music video. And it's actually funny, so the director of this music video is Georgia Krause, and I met her because we were freshman year roommates in college, and she actually shot the first music video and the only other like official music video I think that I have, which I'll link here, for like the first song that I ever put out anywhere. I feel really lucky that I met her because she's an incredible director. And that kind of brings me to another question, which I think was, did you and the director go 50-50 on the ideas? So Georgia pretty much came to me with the whole idea mapped out. I think she had been wanting to do this story with the lobster release for actually quite some time. And I just felt like it aligned so much actually with the lyrics of the song, and I'll get more into the meaning of the song and everything. Okay, so someone asked how long I've been sitting on this song, and I think that's because the person that asked knows that I've been sitting on it forever. But I actually wrote this song probably back in 2018, I want to say, my junior year of college, so whenever that was. And when I wrote it, it was just a piano ballad. I actually just remember, I think I posted it on YouTube like right after I wrote it, just like me sitting in my parents' living room playing it. If it's there, I'll link it here. And if you listen to that, you'll hear it was just a completely different song when I first wrote it. A couple of you asked about the writing process for it, and basically with all of my songs, I start with a chord progression and then I kind of mess around with melody and lyrics sort of at the same time. And then I go back after I have like sort of filler words or things, and I'll polish the lyrics. That process is how this song came about as well. I wonder though if for this one, I can't remember since it was so long ago, but I might have actually come up with sort of the chorus line, like the I play the Saint and I pay for it. I might have come up with that lyric before sitting down at the piano. I think that's probably how this one came about. Someone asked Was Saint ever performed live before its recording? If yes, how did it evolve? So yeah, I played it at a couple solo sets around the time that I wrote it, just like me and the piano. And I actually got like kind of sick of the song, and I'll get to why that happened later. I got together with my friends to record a few songs. It's a session where I recorded a couple of the other songs that I have out on Spotify, like Boys Travel Alone, Tarot Cards, and I had the just like rough demo with Saint in the Google Drive folder of the songs I was thinking of recording. But then Nardo, who plays guitar on the track, was like, oh, what about Saint? And then he played that sort of like that-y intro that is in the recording now. And I was just like, whoa, that's so different. Like that's not how I imagined it at all, but I really liked it in that setting. And that's basically how we recorded it. I feel like that answers a couple of questions. So someone asked, do you typically use doubled or single vocals when recording? And if so, why? We wanted to keep it really simple in terms of not doing so much harmonies, which I feel like with other songs I've recorded vocals on, there's been a lot of emphasis on recording harmony, and so I haven't like really thought about doubling the I have doubled the melody line, but it hasn't been like an intentional thing. Whereas for this one, since there's no harmonies and we wanted to keep it so simple, I remember doubling some like really specific areas where we just wanted it to fill out more without adding any different notes, if that makes sense. And I know there might even be like triples of my voice on like the I play the Saint and I pay for it section. And if you listen closely, you can also hear on those sections and on the second verse, Nardo's vocals are also doubled in there, which I think is really nice because he has those like lower tones. So yeah, that's how we like filled out the melody without adding too much into the track, which isn't really the question, but that's my answer. My friend asked, what's your favorite line in the song? Which I think my favorite line is it's like, I'm so lost, I lost myself in you, and maybe you're selfish if you find yourself now. But the issue with this line is that since it became a lobster themed music video, I'm afraid that people are gonna hear selfish as shellfish. They probably won't, but that was just in the back of my head. So there were a couple questions about what inspired the song, what inspired the lyrics, how I wrote the lyrics. So I feel like these lyrics are very blunt. I felt like it was a little complainy in its bluntness, and it's about a relationship that like I don't care that much about anymore. But basically, Saint is about a relationship that I had with someone who is definitely struggling with their own mental health and probably should have making the call to break up with me earlier on to figure that out. But we both kind of chose to ignore those signs, and I ended up getting very hurt in the relationship. A large part of the song is also the frustration of knowing that the other person learned something from the experience or grew from it kind of at my expense. This is actually really personal, and I'm kind of just oversharing on the internet at this point, but I just think it really fits with the song that my like last conversation with this person was them basically like post breakup just like thanking me for having made them a better person and for how much they've grown. And I was like so exhausted and just like ill and broken from the relationship itself and from the breakup at that point that I was just like, you know. Anyway, someone asked me who cheated on you and if I can fight them. No, you can't. I don't like violence. Oh, someone asked, what's next for Katie Glasgow? I would love to record an album. That's kind of my next goal in terms of music stuff. I have like a little less than half of enough of the songs to do it. And I have to figure out a lot of logistics around that, but stay tuned because maybe I'll write an album and put it out. I think that's all I'm looking through. I think I've answered basically everything. Thank you all so much for actually asking me questions. I was kind of scared when I put that on Instagram that just no one was gonna say anything, so Thank you a lot. So a couple of days ago, we went uptown to record just a little live version of the song. So I'm gonna put that next. And sorry, I just got so distracted. So I hope you will enjoy that. And it would be really awesome to have you again for future videos. If you like something like this where I'm sitting down and talking, you should let me know because I'll keep doing them. And if you watch this whole thing, that's so cool. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to subscribe, hit the notification bell, any of those things, like this video if you liked the video. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but thanks again. Stay around for the little live session because I paid $20 for the rehearsal space. I love you. Goodbye.
Hello. I'm gonna sneeze. It passed.
Are you lost? We're out looking for you. Flashlights and name calls, like you're a child. I'm so pan up to this
That was a good one.
to the sky.